What's up, everybody? This is Frank.
Renee here, and then we got Javi in the back over there on the camera.
What up?
Today?
Camera crew today. So we got some help out here. Hey guys, well, we're doing another video this week. It's been a fun week, and now we're getting ready to do it again, man. I can't wait to do. What are we brewing today, anyway?
Yeah,
Right?
it's a Hazy IPA. IPA is an Indian Pale Ale, and then today we're drinking some Orange Squeeze. It's from Astro Brewing, right there off of Shepherd.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's real good. But that's why we're drinking a haze today. So
That's also what we're going to be brewing. So this is a little bit of inspiration.
yeah.
So we're going to go ahead, and here in a minute we're going to show you guys what we got. Cheers. Well, all right. Well, we're getting ready to start this brew day here. We got all our supplies. So what kind of what's the name of this beer, Renee?
This is a Hazy Days IPA.
Oh yeah, Hazy Days IPA. All right. Well, we got all our ingredients here. Again, we got our malt extracts. We got our hops. We got two varieties. What kind of hops we got today, Renee?
We got the Mosaic. We also got the Citra, and then we got a Warrior brand.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we're excited. Like I said, we're going to be using some oats. I think we got 3 different kind of oats. I think we got some barley, some wheat, and I think we got some flaked oats. So, okay. Well, this is our grain bill for today, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing going. All right, everybody. Well, here we go. We're going to get this brew day going. So let's go ahead and get a gallon, 1 1/4 gallons. Today we're using spring water. I was talking to the guy at the Hop and Grit, and he was saying he usually uses spring water, so why not? We figured we'll give it a try.
So we're going to use 4.
Yeah, 4 quarts, and then we'll come back and use 1 gallon. Want to go a little bit more.
See that? Right arm. So that's what.
It's not balanced. By the way, the pot that we're using, it's probably like a $8 pot that you can get at Walmart, man. So you don't have to go out and buy any kind of special pots. We're using 1 1/4 gallon, so 5 quarts.
Right there.
That's good. Right. Like we told y'all last week, we got a pretty high BTU burner, so it doesn't take much, it doesn't take long to get it to temperature. We're starting off. Yeah, our water was pretty decent, 71 degrees. So we're gonna get this water up to 160 degrees. Is that what it says?
Yeah, 160 degrees.
160 degrees. We're gonna cut it off. Then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna start adding our steeping grains, which is our oats today. So we'll come back here in a minute as soon as we get our water to temperature. All right. Well, we got our water to our temperature. What's our temperature, Renee, on that?
160.
160?
We're supposed to get it to.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get our oats. We got some barley, some wheat. So we're gonna go ahead and steep our grains at 160. Renee, you want to go ahead and do that? And
what is it? Cheese
that's
curd? What do you have it call me?
It's got the kind of this barley, wheat, and I forgot the other one.
Yeah, but what's the other name you use for this cheesecloth?
Oh, the muslin bag.
Muslim bag.
There you go. Is it enough drop down in there where it's deep in there?
So, well, I know what I mean.
And then you can slide it to right here, and then it'll be further down.
Is it this one's bigger?
Oh, so yeah, you don't want it to touch the bottom.
I think it's
Yeah, that's
right
good.
there.
All right, cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and start that. We got it tied off. So we got our timer for 30 minutes going. We're gonna steep those grains for 30 minutes. What does it smell like, Renee?
Oh man, it was like down the street from my house, the brewery.
Oh man, it almost smells like breakfast.
Yeah.
You can smell the barley and the oats. So this is something I've never used before. Like I said, we're doing a hazy IPA, so I've never used the oats and the barley. So it's something new for me. Usually it's just like grains like we
Just
did
grains,
last
yes.
week. So we're gonna go ahead and steep these grains for 30 minutes. We got our timer on, and we'll be back here in a minute.
When we get that, when it gets to boil, that's when the aroma's gonna come.
Yeah, it's gonna come out really good. I can't wait. Well, we'll have to get another beer and
Well,
cheers.
yeah, you're behind.
I know. All right. Well, we're getting ready to get our hops. Which hops we're going with for the 10 ounces?
We're going with Warrior.
Warrior. All right. We got a new helper today. We got my cousin Javi out here.
0.1 ounce.
1.1 ounce.
Zero that out.
Zeros. Dope. Too many.
That's all right. We got more for next time. So right now we're still waiting for our grains to steep. We're probably gonna check the temperature right now on our water, but we probably got about what 20 minutes left on our
Yeah. 20.
steeping grains.
We've been. I think we got 25 minutes.
Cool. So we're just getting our hops ready because as soon as we
0.099. 0.111.
Yeah, we're good right
they're
there.
good. All right. So we got our hops ready for our recipe. So it's going to be 0.1 ounces, and we're going to throw those at the beginning of the boil. So there's going to be 60 minutes on those hops. So we'll come back to you guys here in a minute. All right. So we've reached the end of our 30-minute steeping for our grains. Go ahead and shut this off. So our grains are steeping for 30 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and get that out. That looking right. Good. So we steeped our grains for 30 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and take those out. We're gonna turn the heat up. Gonna get this to a boil. As soon as we get it to a boil, we're gonna start adding our malt extract. We got some Breeze Pilsen Light malt extract. We got a couple of 2 pound or 1 pound bags that we'll be putting in here, and then we'll be doing our first hop addition. So we'll be coming back here soon.
One.
All right, we're fixing to bring our. We just steeped the wort.
Yeah, we just steeped our grains.
We steep our grains, and we're fixing to bring it to a boil, and then we're gonna add our malt extract, and then after that, we're gonna do our mosaic once we start getting a boil.
Do our first hop addition. So yeah, it's been a pretty smooth process. We're moving right along. I don't know if y'all can tell off the camera or not, but this week we kind of expanded a little bit. We kind of moved some things around. Still looks like a shop, you know, we got things everywhere, but we got a little bit more room to work with and move. So we're doing good there. But all right, well, let's get our water to a boil. Where's your brew at?
It's right here. There you
Cheers.
go.
All right, so we got our wort up here to a boil. We're gonna go ahead and get it off the heat. Whenever you add your malt extract, you don't want it on the heat. You want to turn it off because you don't want to scorch it whenever you put it in. So we're gonna go ahead and get our malt extract going. You want to make sure you stir it in real good.
You don't want no lumps.
You don't want no lumps, and you don't want it sticking to the bottom.
This lumps and crystallizes. Because even it does it all the way to the bag.
Yep. Real important that you stir this stuff in so it doesn't stick to the bottom.
And this is 2 bags. The last time we just did 1
Oh,
bag.
that's right. Double your pleasure.
It's getting heavy.
Give it a nice little steady flow. And this is smelling really good. Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision. Y'all can't smell it, but man, this is smelling real good.
In the future, we'll have scratch and sniff.
There you go. Oh, that smells good, man.
Right now, when the boil starts, cameraman, you'll see.
As that vapor gets in there and it
Yeah,
crystallizes
it
that.
crystallizes
There's
it.
nothing you can do about it. I think the best thing you can do is like cut it real big
Oh, okay.
and then that way when you take it out, it doesn't. That's.
Yeah.
I've tried it all kinds of ways. I've put it in a bowl and dumped it in there, and even the steam, it gets the bowl and it gets stuck. Yeah, there's just nothing you can do about it. Like you said, it's not an exact science. So we're adding a malt extract right now. We're fixing to put this back up to a boil. As soon as it hits a boil, we're gonna hit our timer. We're gonna add our first hop addition. I think we got Warrior hops. All right. Let me stir this in. You want to make sure you stir it in real good. You don't want any of that malt extract from the bottom before you put it back on the heat, because it'll scorch, it'll burn, it'll give you some off flavors, and you don't want that. I think we're good now.
Good.
All right, we're just stirring it a little bit, making sure we got it all dissolved before we turn that heat back on.
Usually lasts about 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and we're going to turn our heat back on. We're going to get this back up to a boil. We still got to add our hops, so let's just keep rolling there, Avi, because it's not going to take long to get to a boil.
So these are the ones we already had measured?
Yeah, that's at 0.111, so let's get it to a boil and then we'll add our hops. It's not going to take much. So it's going to be a 60-minute boil, and our first hop addition is 60 minutes. So as soon as we reach that boil, we're going to add our hops. That's when we're going to start our timer, actually. Setting our timer for the 60 minutes. All right, we got 60 minutes there on our timer. As soon as we're ready, we'll hit start. We'll keep stirring it just to make sure there was no malt extract laying around.
That was a lot of malt.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this is our first Hazy IPA, man. I mean, I'm excited. I can't wait for 4 weeks from now. And we'll talk about all our future plans with our Brewzilla and everything coming up at the end. Oh man, gotta get out the way. Well, this is smelling real good. Let's check our temperature right quick, see where we're at. We're at about 204 and it's skyrocketing, so we should be boiling here. What's boiling point of water? 210, 211?
Yeah, just about. It changes. Somebody's gonna call us out when I said it changes. Like, it doesn't change, it's a science.
And this smells really good. I know the kids don't like it. When I brew at the house, they hate it, but that's all right. Man, that smells good. We haven't added our hops yet. So this thing's going to be boiling here pretty soon. We're at 2.9. We should be hitting that boil here in a second now. And that's the thing about these burners, man. These things crank out some BTU. So there it is. You start seeing that hop break. All right, all right. All right, we're officially boiling. Let's get them hops and let's hit that timer. We're adding, what are we adding right now?
I believe it was a Warrior.
Warrior hops.
Mm-hmm. So where you get it?
I'm gonna lower it. I'm gonna go ahead and lower the heat down a little bit.
Where are you gonna hit it?
Go ahead now.
This one?
One right there. So we just started our timer. So we just added our Warrior hops, and this is a 60-minute boil. I'm gonna turn that heat down. As you can see, man, this thing's really going. Hey, Javi, why don't you bring that camera over here so they can see what our wort looks like?
We're gonna do this for what, 55 minutes, and then we'll add the next hop, which is the
It's a nice rolling boil.
The Citra.
You don't want to have it boiling too hard. It's not witch's brew. You just want to get a nice little boil. Let's lower this down. Is that all the way? I guess that's as low. It's as low as it goes. All right, well, we got this going for a boil. We got 60 minutes. Time to drink a few more beers.
And this one, what is this one? Did we already say what we're drinking? This one was Diamonds in Your Mouth.
Oh yeah,
It's another hazy beer.
can't go wrong with that, guys. Shout out to Cuzzo over there, Javier behind the camera. He hooked it up today. So we're gonna go ahead and get this boiling. In 55 minutes in the boil, we got another hop addition. We'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so right now we're gonna go ahead. We've got our wort boiling. It's a 60-minute boil. We're gonna go ahead and get our hops ready. We got our Citra hops. We're gonna go ahead and measure those out real quick. We're gonna get all our hops ready.
2 ounces is what he's doing.
We added our hops at the beginning of the boil, some warrior hops. Now we're getting some aroma hops, some Citra hops. We're gonna go ahead and measure those out. We still got, these hops aren't gonna be added until 55 minutes in the boil. That's 5 cents, buddy. Yeah, so we're just kind of, so what's the recipe call for on the hops?
It's a 0.2.
Get any closer than that,
Citra.
buddy?
Let's see here. Let me zoom in on that. Boom! Oh, you're hired, buddy. A foolish pleasure, whatever. So grams I had to measure. All right.
So now's the next one.
All right.
You're gonna have them ready. What?
Where are you gonna put them?
Right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Put them in these cups.
So we're gonna go ahead and get all our grams measured out. We got our hop measuring extraordinaire today, Javier. He's just on top of it. He's getting all these measurements. Man, you're pretty handy with that scale, man. What's up, cuz? Got them grams going real good, man. It's like a natural.
So, you want to get the rest of them ready?
Yeah, right.
We got Manchester in the
One's gonna
house.
be at 5 minutes to the boil, and one when it finishes, it says 0.
Manchester sure does know how to measure them grams, I'll tell you that. What are we trying to get on these?
0.2. 0.2 ounces.
0.2 ounces.
Actually, this is gonna be the mosaic.
Con las dos.
No, las dos. Oh, okay. 0.2.
All right, we're just double checking our
All right.
additions here.
Good. 0.202.
All right. That's good.
All right.
So we're gonna throw these together, or
You can. They're going to go at the same time, right? Just write them down. So Renee's writing down the hop schedule so we know what we got going on. It's part of the process. All right, we'll check back in with everybody here in a minute. All right, Renee.
all right. So we're gonna make some sanitizing water, not sanitation water.
Yes, thank you for
So
that
it's
correction.
1 1/4
Gallons.
gallons of water.
So we're still in our boil. We're still 30 minutes into our boil. So these are the things that you're doing while you're waiting for your 60-minute boil to be up. This is what you start doing. You start preparing your sanitizing, your sanitizing, whatever you want to call it. Because we got to sanitize the cardboard, just like you guys saw last week. We got to sanitize the cardboard. We got to sanitize our siphon and all that stuff. So we're gonna go with a 1/4 ounce. We're using Star San, same thing we used last week. It's something that everybody uses. Let's see what it is.
And if we don't sanitize this, it gets bacteria into the
Into
the beer.
Yeah, you don't
When,
want that.
You know, when it cools down. Right now, you don't have to sanitize anything because it's boiling. That's gonna clean everything.
Exactly. Oxygen is the enemy. All right, so we got 1/4 ounce there. Renee, you got that gallon. Check on our boil. We're doing good. Got a nice rolling boil. So 1 more quart on that. Now, last week, if you guys saw our video, you saw we had a problem with our auto siphon. Well, we fixed that problem. Amazon came to the rescue. We bought another one, so we should be good today. So last week, if you remember, we were doing the auto siphon and it wasn't working. So we had to go the old school way and put a funnel and just dump the whole thing in there. So, like I said, we got a new auto siphon. We're going to take care of that problem. This segment is brought to you by Purple Haze by Abita. Good stuff. If you haven't tried it, go get it. HEB carries it. Cheers.
There you go.
Oh man, it's really good. All right. So, Renee, we don't have to use the auto siphon. We got funnels in there. Let's just put a funnel in there to fill it up. We'll use the auto siphon when we go empty the our pot. There in the box, man. I'm sorry. There's a big one in there. Get the big one. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, just put it in there. We're just gonna wish it around and yeah, because we're gonna fill that up and we're gonna sanitize the cardboard right now.
Do you want that glove too?
We will get it out because we will need it in a minute. But we're not gonna put it in here yet. Just bring the whole setup.
Can you clean it or no?
Not right now. Right now we're gonna do this and then we'll do that next. But you can put it right here because we are gonna.
Okay.
See, that's already one thing you already learned from last week.
Right here.
And that's the thing about guys. When you guys start brewing and doing it, the more you do it, the more you it's automatic. It's like that was automatic. Like, hey, I need the airlock.
Yeah.
You know. So here we go. And all we're doing is putting a sanitizing agent in here into our carboy because everything that's going to be in contact from here on out after the wort has been cooled, it has to be sanitized.
Bacteria free.
Yep, your siphon, your carboy, everything.
All the bacteria changes the taste of it.
Yep. So we'll throw our knife in there. We'll throw our packet of yeast in there. That way when we cut it and we touch it, there's no worries about any kind of bacteria on it.
How much
This time I'm going to fill it up, Renee, just for the hell of it. I know we didn't do it last week. We talked about it.
Closer this way. Right there. The foam.
What's that? Cool. Alright. So we got our sanitizing agent in there. You want at least 1 or 2 minute contact time with the carboy. I'm going to move this out of the way just so that. So right now we got the bottom half of it in contact. We're going to leave it like that for about a minute. Then I'm going to flip it over so that the other half is in contact with the agent. And then we'll dump it back in there. Then our carboy will be sanitized. And then we'll throw our airlock in there. And airlock, you'll see more about this later, but basically this is what you're going to put at the very end. It's going to let the air escape when it's fermenting, but it's not going to let any air down or oxygen inside the wort when you're done. So we'll go over that later. So I think we need another drink.
Another drink? Yeah. I'm always behind on this.
All right, so we've got our sanitizing agent in here. We've had our carboy sanitized with
You already shook it and everything.
yeah, we already shook it. 2 minute contact time. Well, it was up and down. So.
Yeah.
And you know, when you use Star Sand, you're gonna get all this foam in there. The foam is fine. You don't have to get all the foam out. The foam is good actually. You can leave it in there. You don't have to worry about trying to get the foam out or oh, it's gonna mess up my beer. It's totally fine. It's not gonna give off flavor to your beer or anything like that. This stuff is designed and every single brewer out there uses it. So we're good to go. So I'm gonna put it right here upside down. We're good there. So we've got our auto siphon. We've got it in here. Renee, you got that airlock? Yeah, throw it in there. We're gonna go ahead and take it apart. Got our airlock in there. So we got our auto siphon. We got our airlock. And then right before we get ready to pitch our yeast, we're gonna throw the yeast packet in there, as well as the knife that we cut the yeast pack with. Because from here going forward, everything that comes in contact with the beer needs to be sanitized. So it's very important. So we're gonna go ahead and get this sanitized. We got about how much time we got, Renee, on our?
We got about 13 minutes.
13 minutes.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what we got with sanitizing. We'll see you guys here in a bit.
Hey, Frank,
Yes, sir.
just quick question.
What you got?
Can you explain to the guys, right quick, what an airlock, what's the importance of it, why they need it?
Of course. So the airlock, what you're gonna have,
You're gonna fill it with this water.
you're gonna put some of this your sanitizing agent in there, about halfway. Put it in there. So what the airlock's gonna do once you put it on there, it's gonna allow, when your fermentation process is going through, gases are gonna build. It needs a way for the gas to escape. There's some holes on the top of this cap so the gas can escape. But because you have this agent, because you have it halfway with water, it's not gonna allow any oxygen to go inside your wort. So gas can come out, air can escape, but it can't go into your bottle. That's all it is. Because remember, from here going forward, oxygen is the enemy. Good question, Javi. Well, good deal.
Let's brew.
Let's brew it. Cheers.
So right now we're gonna add our 55 minutes hops. It's the Citra edition.
Here we go. Oh yeah, you want to stir that in?
Stir that in.
Let me go hit that timer real quick over here.
We got some Antonio Aguilar playing in the background.
Yes, sir. So that was our 55-minute hop edition that we just did. Stirring that in real good. Got a nice boil.
And then when the boil finishes, we got our Mosaic and Citrus edition in.
So we got about 5 minutes left in this boil. We're gonna go ahead and get our ice bath ready. So I'm gonna go we're gonna go fill this up with some water, and then we're gonna put some ice and get ready for our ice bath. We're 5 minutes away. Cheers. All right, we got our timer just went off. Our 60 minutes is up. We're gonna go ahead and turn our flame off. And we're ready for our last and final hop addition.
It's gonna be the Citra and the Mosaic. It's measured right here, this one.
Oh, okay, there we go.
0.2 and 0.2.
Awesome. All right, stick this in there. Here, let me see what we got here. Stirring that in real good. That's at the end of the boil. So we had 3 hop additions today. Is that right?
Yes, 3 today.
And 3 different kind of hops. So this is gonna be good. Oh my goodness. This smells really good. So we went ahead and turned the fire off. We added the hops at the end of the boil. The fire's off. 60 minutes is up. We did our 3rd and final hop addition. Now we're ready for our ice bath. So Renee's gonna get the bag of ice. We're gonna ice down our water.
We're gonna cool it down to.
And I'll have to check right now. I believe we're gonna go down to 60. All right. So we got our hop addition done. At the end of the boil, we're fixing to hit our ice bath. Let me hit the timer. Doesn't matter. We just got to get done with the temperature. So here we go on the ice bath. Putting this water down in here. It's gonna flip sideways. We're good with that. And the goal right now is we gotta read our. Put this in here. Renee, check the pitching temperature. Right now we got our ice. We got our wort sitting in an ice bath. So the goal right now is to get the wort down to pitching temperature as fast as possible. And
So our pitch is gonna be between 68 to 70 degrees from boiling.
okay, so let's just say 70. So right now we gotta, if you want to come over here, Javi, and check out our ice bath and our wort. See, right now we're sitting at, boy, that temperature's dropping real quick because we were at boiling and we're already at 166. So we got to get down to 70 degrees. As soon as we do that, we'll come back and show you guys our pitching our yeast. All right, well we're at pitching temperature. We're taking our wort out of our ice bath. Right now we're sitting at about 67 and a half, 68. That's about what we wanted for a pitching temperature. So we're looking good there.
So what are you doing now?
We're gonna go ahead and get ready to pitch. We're sitting right around 67, 68 degrees. Yeah, we're right at 68, 69 degrees, holding steady, which is right where we want to be. All
I'll
right.
let you grab it because you're gonna.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. Just make it contact again with the star sand that we got. All right, Renee. I'll make sure that's there. So we're gonna go ahead and get our auto siphon ready to go. And then also you got your spray bottle, and anytime you need to spray, you can spray the contact surface. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some star sand pumped through this hose, just so we know we got our hose sanitized. From here on out, it's real important that anything that comes in contact with the beer is sanitized.
So I already showed you had the yeast in there, right?
Yes, I just threw the yeast in here and the knife. So we should be good there. Alright, so we're getting the last of our sanitizing fluid through our hose. Everything's sanitized, so we're looking good. Everything that comes in contact with our carboy. Now, let me leave this in here real quick. There's a clip, Renee. I forget to get it.
And that clip goes on the carboy?
No, it's gonna clip up here.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't want it all the way at the bottom, because it's gonna pick up all the trub, all the powder and stuff. You don't want to suck that in. You want to leave that out. So we just put that here. Just throw that in there. Doesn't hurt. Just get it sanitized. Right. This is where we failed last week. So we got our hose in there, Renee.
I'm gonna hold it.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get our auto siphon going. Just be a few pumps, and it should get. As you can see, our auto siphon is kicking in. Gravity is pulling our wort down into our carboy.
Does it matter if it's all the way to the bottom? Or?
Yeah, you want to put it towards the bottom just so it doesn't splash around, Renee. Right now we're just trying to transfer it over. We're trying to minimize the splashing. Because the splashing, actually, you're going to shake it here before we start like we did last time, because we are going to have to get oxygen into our wort before we pitch our yeast. The yeast is going to need oxygen, so at this point we just want to siphon our wort. You want to try to leave all the trub inside. As you can see, it's coming up nicely. So we're going to transfer it all. Once we transfer it, we'll shake it. We'll show you guys in a minute. Well, this wort looks great. Smells good too. So we're just trying to keep our siphon wand from going all the way to the bottom so we don't suck up all the trub. Trub is basically all your leftover materials, your yeast, your grains. You don't want to suck any of that. It doesn't matter if it comes into your carboy, but you want to try to leave all that behind. So I'm making sure that it's not touching the bottom of the kettle. We're looking good. I think we're gonna have the same case as last week, Renee. We're gonna get close to the gallon, but not quite. So this is the stage where you're getting close. You're getting all your wort and all that foam that you see. It's just getting pushed out. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that foam. It's from your star sand. Renee, can you push the siphon down just a little bit? No, up here.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, just push it slightly down. I want to get it because it's a little bit there. There you go. That's it. That's good. That's good.
Right there?
Yeah. I don't want to quite touch the bottom, but I want to get it to where it's picking up some of the beer. Yeah, this is looking really good and smelling really good.
We can get off camera real quick.
It's like Maxwell House, good to the last drop. Another plug to Segundo Barrio. We're getting close to the end here. So our auto siphon stopped siphoning because pretty much got all of it. Renee, you want to hit that auto siphon and see if we can get the last of it?
Last one more.
Just kind of pump it slightly a few times. See if we can get another flow going. Get a little bit more push. And that's pretty much it there. Alright, I think that's pretty much it there.
I think you got everything.
Yeah.
Because it's already,
So you want to go ahead and I'm going to lift this. If you want to hold the hose, make sure the hose doesn't pop out. We'll get the last of. Alright. 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 So we got that. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit more water in there. Do you have any spring water there?
we got spring water over here.
Let's go ahead and get the, let me get the funnel. Just going to add a little bit more water.
Right now we're just going to spray all this to sanitize it.
Oh,
The funnel is over there. You put it in the
so we're just going to add just a little bit more water just to try to get up to our 1 gallon mark. Sanitize this funnel real quick. Remember, anything that comes in contact with the beer at this point, you want it sanitized. Let's get a little bit more water in there, Renee. Get it up to the gallon mark. A little bit more. All right, that should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and oxygenate our wort. Renee, you want to get the yeast ready to go? So what I'm doing right now, we're getting oxygen inside our wort. Our wort's gonna need oxygen, or I'm sorry, our yeast is gonna need oxygen. So you want to shake it around. That's going to create oxygen inside the wort. Renee's getting the yeast ready to go. Shake it for a little bit.
Shake it all the way to the bottom.
Shake it, don't break it. Took your mama 9 months to make it. All right. So this is pretty good there. We got nice and oxygenated wort. Renee's going to go ahead and pitch the yeast. Get all that yeast in there. That's what's going to start eating up our wort, creating carbon dioxide, and it's going to create alcohol.
Cool. That's it.
All right, so we're gonna go and get our rubber stopper to go in there. We got our airlock. We're gonna fill it up with a little bit of our sanitizer. Put our cap on there. So we talked about it earlier, but that water, that sanitizing agent, is gonna keep oxygen from going in our wort, but it's gonna let the gas escape. There's holes on the top of this cap that are gonna let gas escape during the fermentation process. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 100% done. Successful brew day once again.
Now we just got what, another dry hops in 3 days.
Yes, Renee. So this recipe is going to call for dry hopping in 3 days. We're going to go ahead and put some more hops in there. I'll get the measurements.
And then you'll do that at that day.
Yeah, so 3 days from now we will dry hop again and then ferment for 2 weeks, and then we're going to be ready to go. Cheers. Another successful brew day.
I'm gonna cover my.
Cheers. All right. Well, we're wrapping up a brew day today. We had our, what was it? Hazy Days.
Hazy Days, yes, IPA.
Hazy Days IPAs. You know, today we bought a temperature control for our beer. We'll probably get the camera here in a minute, kind of show you what we're doing with our temperature control. But everything went smooth.
Yeah.
We did it last week. I thought it went great.
Yeah, it was it was a good brew day, and like I say, it's more fun to brew with more people because at the downtime you get to talk and drink some other beer from other places. And then today we had Javi over here join us, you know, behind the camera, and y'all see that the camera came out, you know, the shots came out better from last week's, and you know why? Because it's a lot easier when you have somebody behind the camera and it's like trying to set everything up, and then also measuring, you know, keeping an eye on our scale and how
Great
much,
job.
you know, how much hops was going in, and it was a great overall. Because then we also had our the little pump working?
Yeah, we had a little fiasco last weekend with our auto siphon didn't work, so we had a new pump this weekend, so that worked out good. So we didn't have as many mishaps as we did last week. What you think about it, Javi? I know you've been watching us brew. I know you've been interested in brewing. You're an avid craft drinker. But what do you think about the process? Pretty smooth?
I mean, this is my first time. I mean, it seemed pretty smooth, pretty straightforward. I mean, Hazy IPA. I mean, the instructions are all there. I mean, as long as you follow them to the T, you get your measurement right, you get your temperatures right. I mean, I don't see why you shouldn't come out with some good brew.
And that's exactly right. And again, like we were talking about, we'll show it on the camera in a little bit. So we picked up a couple of things that we kind of, I guess, upgraded from last time. So we did get a 5-gallon electric brewing kettle. It's ordered. We'll have it hopefully by next week. So that's going to allow us to start brewing 5-gallon batches. So we're getting ready to our goal of kegging. That's coming soon. We've got the pale ale that we brewed last weekend. We'll be bottling it in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And we did pick up a temperature controller, and we're going to grab the camera here in a second and kind of show everybody the temperature control and what we're doing with the thing. But again, just awesome brew day. It's a Saturday. It was kind of rainy, but overall, Renee had some ribs. I wish we would have took some pictures of those ribs, Renee.
And then the thing is that we got into the short ribs and we were hungry, so I mean, we didn't have no time to take no Instagram pictures.
Fall off the bone ribs. Damn good, right?
Yeah.
With some with the what was it, the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue?
Yeah,
Can't go wrong. So I think there's going to be a pattern, though. I think when we're going to have a brew day, we know we're going to have some meat to throw on the grill, because when we're done, we get a little hungry.
Yeah, we do.
So anyway, great brew day. Let's grab the camera. Javier, you want to grab the camera real quick, and we're going to show them the electronic controller right quick. Let's see if we're. So right now, Renee, I'm showing. See, this is not working because it's off, but the temperature's still going up. So
what is off though?
So what we got is we bought a temperature control for this refrigerator for our fermentation temperatures, which were supposed to be around 68 degrees. And according to our thermostat, it's at 57 degrees. Now, I got this plugged in. It is off, but unfortunately, the temperature's still dropping. And let's go ahead and open it up. If you want to get a shot in here, I'm here. Check it out. So we got our wort in there. Let's see here. Yeah, see, it's sitting at 52 degrees. 56 right now.
So right now we're gonna adjust some of the temperatures. So we're gonna do with the high temperature, we're gonna make it a little bit higher, and then the low temperature also make it a little bit higher. We'll play with it right now. But is it like you said? We just got that, and we
trying to work out
gone
the
through-
kinks.
Yeah, all the kinks.
So this batch is probably not going to stay here tonight. We're probably going to do it the old-fashioned way and just put it in a hot closet till we figure out the kinks on it. Like I said, I just wanted to get it picked up, but unfortunately we just didn't have time to do that. So, but anyway, this is kind of a new thing. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm showing 55 degrees and I'm showing 57 on the PTC there. So we'll just leave that open, kind of keep it out of sunlight. But anyway, well, great brew day. As always, we always have a good time out here. Thanks for coming out and joining us this weekend. I don't know, man. I think we might have time to make it to Balances tonight. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll go out there.
Well, we might be out there. Check it out, man. Y'all be good, and we'll see y'all next week. Cheers.
Cheers.